Untap, upkeep, and welcome back to the channel if you've been here before. And if you haven't, then please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show that I have for you today. So, if you've already subscribed, you've already liked, you've already commented, and you're sharing everything, I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. Please don't stop. Keep the love coming. I am kind of dabbling and working on some other projects coming down the pipeline, but I need your help. I need your love, your support, and maybe we'll make some other things happen. So, for today's episode, we are going to look at one of the original Elder Dragons that created EDH, or as we know it today, Commander. And as you can probably tell by the screen you're looking at, this is the real Elder Dragon Highlander. And for today, I picked none other than Vaevictis Asmodi, who is a 2 black, black, red, red, green, green dragon. But he's not just a dragon, he's a legendary Elder Dragon. This is actually the Shattered Glass artwork. I really, really like it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But this is what he looked like in a printing before. All you can see is his head. So I have a printing like that, but I really, really want this. Pretty. Anyways, moving on from my wonderful dragon tendencies. Um, Vaevictis Vesmani is a 7/7 flyer, but he has one downside, one caveat, if you will. And is at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice him unless you pay a red, a green, and a black. But this is kind of where I designed this commander, which is he is going to try and 21 somebody because you could pay either a red, a black, or a green, or any combination of those three. And he would get a +1/+0. So if you have nothing but green mana, you can pay all that and he gets bigger. Same with red, same with black, or you play any combination of it. So the idea behind this commander is we're trying to one hit KO at least one person, preferably the whole table. So now you have an idea of what we're trying to do. So let's kind of dive in and see a little bit more about what we're doing here. So we have two planeswalkers. Both of them are Nissa. This is Nissa the Vital Force. So she's a 5-drop, 5 loyalty walker that +1 allows you to untap a land you control until your next turn. It becomes a 5/5 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. We don't really care too much about that. We're looking at the -6, but before we get there, we can always just -3 to return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So we have some pretty sweet pieces that we don't want to go away. So that might become relevant, but predominantly we just want a +1 and then immediately -6. So we get the emblem that says whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. What's not to like? Moving to Nissa, the voice of Zendikar. She's a 3-drop, 3 loyalty planeswalker who can kind of protect herself as well. So you can +1 her to make a 0/1 plant creature token. Not bad. -2 to put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Not bad. What we really care about is the -7. So for -7, we're going to gain X life, draw X cards, where X is the number of lands you control. We are looking to ramp really, really hard, really, really fast. So ideally, we can get her out fairly early, protect her with some plants, and hopefully just draw at least 6 cards. I mean, we should be able to draw quite a bit. Our game plan, as you can probably see, is we have a lot of elves. So we have Elvish Mystic, Elves of Deep Shadow, we have the Delighted Halfling, Llanowar Elves, Ignoble Hierarch, Fine Horn Elves, Birds of Paradise, even a Scaled Nurturer, a Spring Bloom Druid, a Lotus Cobra, a Sakura Tribe Elder, a Priest of Titania. All of these things allow us to make mana, which is all we're trying to do, is make a buttload of mana. So I've also included the likes of Brawn, Because Brawn, if he's in our graveyard and we have a forest on our battlefield, we give all our creatures trample, which we only care about one creature having trample, and that's our big bad dragon. Beast Whisperer, because we have, 20 some odd creatures or so that we could hit. Um, Probably closer to like 15, so we could draw like 15 cards out of it, and we could up that a little bit or down it if we need to. The Oran Reef Frostfang is another way to draw some cards, probably just a card or two, giving that most of our stuff is pretty small. This is the fun include though. This is Kedis, Emberclaw Familiar. He's a wonderful 2-drop that you really want to wait until you can slam. Because whenever a commander you control deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each opponent. Now, the other two that get hit will not count for the commander damage, but that doesn't matter too much. We're just trying to burn the whole table with a big dumb dragon. Seems like a win to me. We are also running Mr. Orfrio, the Boulder. So whenever you attack, double target creature's power until end of turn. So we can double our big dragon. We are running Zependrel, the Hunger Dominus. He kind of does the same thing, but at the beginning of each combat, we double the power and toughness of each creature we control until end of turn. Yes, that works on your opponent's turns. Yes, it is horrible. Yes, it is disgusting. And yes, we do not care. What else is just another way to go and find a land when he comes into play. Hosky, more card draw for whenever we connect. Timeless Witness allows us to buy something back from our graveyard that got removed, and in the case of another board wipe or something, we can get it back by paying its 5 green Eternalize, which is going to exile itself and become a 4/4 zombie creature token with the same ability. But if we had to have an emergency button, we could do it. Finally, we have the big surprise in here, the Nyx Bloom Ancient. It is a 7 mana, 5/5 trampling elemental. Pretty good, right? Here's the kicker. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. So that means all of our little mana dorks over here, yeah, they make triple mana. Ooh, a little gross, isn't it? So if we continue down to our sorceries, we're not running that many. A lot of it is ramp pieces. We have Chandra's Ignition to hopefully just wipe everybody out in one shot. We are running Painful Truce to be able to draw some cards. Rampant Growth, Farseek, which probably needs to be swapped out now that I'm looking at it. And Nature's Lore at 3 visits all allow us to go find lands. Traverse the Outlands allows us to go find a bunch of lands. Harmonize to draw some cards. Faithless Looting to draw some cards. And Rishkar's Expertise as well as Season of Gathering all draw us a handful of cards. And as you can tell from the new grading system that they have in place to judge how powerful your commander is, we are running 1 Demonic Tutor in this list. So, pretty sweet. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and remove this. Because it cannot find a forest. It can find everything but a forest. So, our instant speed, we have some removal, but a decent amount of protection. So we're running Putrefy, Nature's Claim, Chaos Warp, Devil, Assassin's Trophy, and Terror Sunder, all to kind of deal with certain permanents that might be in our way. Gaia's Gift, Tamia's Safekeeping, and Tyvar's Stand all protect our commander. We only run a couple of them, so he could run another 1 or 2 if we really needed to. Temur Battle Rage allows us to instant speed, give our commander a double strike, and it also gives it trample when he's 4 or bigger. Guess what? He already is a 7 power. So if we bump him up to 11, and an instant speed cast Temur Battle Rage, bam, somebody's out. Done. They're toast. Yeah. Sorry, I am this person. I am this evil. So if you don't know, Tainted Strike is instant speed for 1 black mana. Target creature gets +1/+0. Pretty sweet. And gains Infect until end of turn. Yeah, I have no shame. I don't care. I'm trying to win the game. And, yeah. Here we go. Tainted Strike. Deal with it. Because it's coming. It's a nice little thing that you could just leave mana open and be like, do I have it or do I not? So it's kind of funny. But yes, if you take 10 points of infect damage, you are automatically out of the game. I don't care if you have a million billion health. If I hit you with 10 poison, you're gone. Period. Finally, have Return of the Wild Speaker, being able to draw some cards because if nothing else, 5 mana, draw 7 cards because we have a 7/7 dragon. Pretty nice. At least I believe it is. Artifact Sweep is pretty nice. Running a lot of your typical mana rocks with Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, Golgari's Signet, Gruul Signet, Rakdos Signet, and a Thought Vessel. Swiftfoot Boots to help protect and give haste. Shadow Spear to gain some life and give trample. Yeah, I'm that person. I have no shame. Grafted Exoskeleton gives him a +2/+2. He will have Infect and he will be able to deal quite a bit of damage pretty quickly. And another one of the game changer cards that they are calling them is the One Ring in here. Because I mean, who doesn't want a One Ring in just about every deck? I mean, it's just so broken and powerful. But we're not done yet. We even go down to the enchantment section. So Virtue of Strength, we can pay a green mana to play it for the adventure side and return target creature or land card from our graveyard back to our hand. Bad. If you tap a basic land for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead when we get to pay 5 and a green to play it as an enchantment after the adventure, or just straight up. So our mana could be redonkulous at that point. We are also running Unnatural Growth so that we can double our creature even more. So our dragon, with this and Zependrel, our dragon goes from a 7/7 to a 14/14 to a 28/28. Goodbye. All we need is trample. Spelunking allows us to get lands coming into play untapped. Rhythm of the Wild allows our creature spells not to be countered on kind of a budget. And non-token creatures we control have Riot, meaning he can either get a 1/1 counter or haste. Guardian Project, whenever we cast a non-token creature, we are able to draw a card. Actually, it says whenever it enters. We don't even have to cast it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sorry. I'm also running Phoresis in here too. So he's going to get the Infecties. And he's going to hurt a lot. Are my horns showing? Sorry. And then we have a pretty good amount for our basic setup of a Jund Wedge land base. Running some of the shocks, some of the new Surveil lands are in here, several basics. We are predominantly green heavy because we want to be able to ramp and just keep our foot on the gas pedal. Playing a pretty balanced land base from just the looks of it, in my opinion. I don't know that Reliquary Tower is really that relevant because we don't run anything that relevant, in my opinion, that powerful to warrant this, but it might become a thing. I mean, Jund is the color of removal. So that's kind of the basic breakdown of the deck as we go through. Since we have a spot open, I wonder if we can find. Hold up. Let's do. No. Yep, right there. So I want to add natural order to the deck. Because natural order is going to allow us to sacrifice one of our little mana dorks at sorcery speed and go find a green creature card to put it onto our battlefield. That means we can find Mr. Orforio. We can find Zependrel. Oran Reef. Hosky. Or more important, this big bad Nyx Bloom Ancient. I mean, that seems kind of fun to me. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that seems pretty fun to me. Just being able to go find this big bad boy for 4 mana instead of 7. Oh yeah. So if we were to go down, and I'm still kind of tinkering with this deck a little bit. I actually have this built in person. Um, Nobody really likes it because you get a buttload of mana very very quickly. That hand looks okay, but we're not really going anywhere. Again, a lot of mana, but we're not really going anywhere. But maybe the Wood Elves could draw us into something, as well as the Nissa. So this would be another one of those, I don't know, hands. So just doing some sample hands. It looks like I've still got some work to do here. But I think the deck overall is just a lot of fun to play. It's spooky because we're going to hopefully try and get our commander out, get him out fast, and just smash everybody to death. He's kind of a Voltron commander without being a true Voltron commander. But for the pure giggles of it, let's go click on the EDH recommendations, and let's just kind of do a quick peruse on like what they would consider the top 100 cards to be thrown into this typical build. And as you can see, there's some pretty typical things in here. Like we have Heroic Intervention, Garruk's Uprising, which actually might not be bad in here, though it doesn't really trigger for a whole lot of card draw. It's just being here for to make him trample. The Sad Robot, of course, Mama Old Gnawbone. Just a dumb creature to have in here. We have a Tarkar World Render to give our dragon double strike whenever it attacks. Don't know about it being 7 mana on top of everything else. Thrakus is really nice, but the problem is he has to attack as well to double the power of each dragon we control. Savage Ventmaul is nice, but if I was going to do that, I would just go and make infinite mana. Ravaz would be a pretty okay mana dork. I don't believe we're actually running any board wipes in this deck, because I don't think we really care. We're out here just to do our thing, and we make a lot of mana very quickly. A Vamp Tutor would do something, I think, but I'm not sure on that. Up the Beanstalk, as great of a card as it is, it doesn't really help our game plan. We can reanimate something if we really felt like it. What else we got in here? Greater Good would be an interesting include. Just because we can always sacrifice him if he's going to die anyway. And draw a whole bunch of cards. As well as like Disciple of Freyles. Can always just bid him if we need some cards that much. The Skullspore Nexus is kind of interesting. I don't think it's something I really want to throw in here, but being able to pay 2 and instant speed double our dragon's power is pretty nice. A lot of the time people build this as like a dragon tribal deck, and that's not the route I chose for this. I chose to kind of go back to the roots a little bit, and this is just big dumb dragon go smash. That's all we care about. Big dumb dragon go smash. I think I need another piece or two of card draw, but I'm not really sure what we would maneuver for something like that. But this is the basic setup of what I've got, and like I said, I actually run this in person, and it's really fun. It's kind of spooky if you don't know what's coming, because all of a sudden there's death in the face. What just happened? Like maybe Splunking's not needed, and Springbloom Druid's not needed. I haven't played and tinkered with this in a while, so there's some improvements that can be made. And as you can see, we are on a tier 3 of the bracket list because we have 2 tutors, and we all are running 2 of the game changer cards that they list. So you know, it's okay. I mean, we're just. I don't believe that it's as powerful as they're saying it is. I mean, yeah, the One Ring is the One Ring, but we're also kind of janky. But our mana curve is really, really high. I mean, look at our hands here. We're not really going stupid fast or anything as far as like trying to get our foot up and going. Well, I mean, we got. Well, let's just do it relatively. It's easier this way. So we're gonna draw a card. We're gonna lose 2 life. Play ignoble. Pass turn. Draw a card. Play the luxury suite. Play arcane signet. Rakdos signet. Pass our turn. Play this land so we can look at the top. It's a land. We don't want that, so we'll throw that to the grave. We could play Nissa. We can up Nissa, make a plant, pass our turn. So we could play this. We can up this. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can actually play our commander on turn 4. Bad. So I guess we will play our commander. Here we go. Turn 5, we would have to play 1, 2, 3 to keep our commander. Looking at it, we could, yeah. So, so yeah, we could pay this, do this, get this, play this, go find, where's our trial? I really want the trial. There it is. Nope, that's not it. It's Zeotora's Proving Ground that I'm looking. There we go. So we get this, put it onto the battlefield. Shuffle. I don't know, maybe turn it sideways at somebody. Next turn, up this. We still have these 3 lanes tapped to keep the cost of our dragon alive. That costs 7. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, so we can't do that. But we could tap this. Make 1, 2, 3, so our dragon could be 10. Yeah, we could do that. Turn him, make him a 10 power, turn him sideways at probably whoever we attacked last, if they were a problem to us. And then, bam, all of a sudden he's got double strike, that person's out. So, turn 6, somebody has been eliminated from the game. We have Tyvar's Stand that we can still cast, protect our commander. Go to our next turn, keep our 3 lands tapped. We are going to up this again because we have a whole bunch of plants. So I think what we do is we cast Natural Order. We're gonna eat this. We're gonna look for that big dumb elemental. Where is our elemental friend? There he is. We want him on the battlefield. So shuffle. Big dumb elemental. And this are tapped. This is in our graveyard. So then now we could tap these 2 to make triple the mana. So he becomes a 13/13. Turn sideways for 7. Pump him, make him 13. Upkeep. Pay this. We get triple the mana. Can't do anything with it, so it goes away. pay a ridiculous amount of mana. Let's get this out, up this. One counter on each creature, gain X life, draw cards for X number of lanes you control. So yeah, we will let Nissa go, and we will draw 6 cards. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We probably have a buttload of mana left over to do this and turn sideways. Everybody dies. So that could be a potential turn 8 kill. That's also assuming like nobody really messed with a whole lot of what we were doing. But I mean, just sitting here goldfishing the deck gives you a pretty good idea of what we're trying to do. I like playing the original Elder Dragons. I think they're amazing. I like their overall feel. I actually have one of each of them built on here, so I might go through and do the other 4 here soon. So with this, I'm actually going to bring this to a close, and I'm very curious. Let me know your thoughts. Is there a different way you would build Vaevictis Asmodi as a commander? Leave me a comment. Show me some love. Give me a like. Give me a share. Subscribe. If you've been back to the channel before, hey, just please subscribe. Show me some love. I've got some interesting projects I want to throw down the pipe, but I really can't do without your love and your support. So let me know what you're wanting to see, because I know there's some things I have in my mind that I want to bring to the channel, but we'll see. So spread the word, share, like, subscribe, all the things that make YouTube happy. Don't forget to rub that belly for mana. I have been the one and only Buddha Dragon, and I will catch you on the next episode. Till then, peace out.